X with me gang members here. Freedom is good, man. Freedom is good. You ain't really free until you're free from the captivity of your own thoughts. Those negative thoughts that dictate how you live your lives will cause a negative action, and that will lead you to undesirable places. To be honest, you just walking zombies. And a lot of times, many of us have so many life worries, man, in the street. We didn't even notice the negative thoughts and the positive thoughts, man, to be honest. We don't. That's why we so easily to participate with those that we know they ain't good. And then, have you ever have a feeling like you want to make a change, it seemed like something held you back? What held you back is that fear, man. This fear is not the fear of dying. This fear is the fear of you stepping out your comfort zone into unknown places. You know why it's unknown? Because your mind did not download any new information to help you cope with when you step out that comfort zone. If you're right now holding a blue collar job, 8 to 5, why you let your supervisor yelling at you and you performing your job okay? Why he bullying you, yelling at you, looking down on you? And you're afraid to make that change, step out of that comfort zone, improve your skills, working on your skills so you can step out for more opportunities. Because that fear, man, that fear of an unknown. So first you gotta not have that fear and step out on faith. Same thing with them street hustlers, the gangbangers. They know it's a risk to stand on those corners, risk from the police, and risk from drive-by from the robberies. So why they're not stepping out of their comfort zones? Because that's all they know how. That's all they know how to do. Stay on their corners. Got their strap right here. That's it. They're afraid. They're afraid. They say they're not afraid, but they are. Because they take those actions each and every day with high risk, either getting killed or end up in the prisons. But when they step out of that comfort zone, they have no new information to download in their mind. So they don't know how to help them to make a difference if they step out of that zone. It's the same thing with what you see in the prison. You know, people talking about prison all the time, the killing and all this, but I don't hear people talk about 90% of the prisoners, they don't want to change. Because when they came in from the streets, right, the prison environment is simulate just like the outside. They got gambling, they got gang banging, they got drugs, they got alcohol. The only thing they ain't got is females. So they have all this porn magazine take place of a female. You see, so they fill their mind with all this filthy stuff because they are comfortable with that. So tell me, how they gonna change? I talked to them. I seen a lot of them. I asked them, you got to change your ways, man, before you came in. So when you get out, you can navigate the societies. Because there's a lot of temptation out here in the society, and it requires knowledge. It's just like you traveling down the road and you don't know the roads. Without the GPS, you're going to get lost. But guess what they say? Man, I just need to be out here. I'll be all right. Yeah. Some of y'all ain't got money for phone calls. Commissary days, y'all ain't got no money. You know what I'm saying? But why y'all in here still talking tough? See? That's the mindset and the fear of them stepping out their comfort zones so they can better themselves. But they're fearful of that, and they don't know how to cultivate. They don't know how to search for information so that it might help them to rehabilitate themselves and have this rebirth. Instead, they hide the fear inside of them. When I was in the Fed, right, it's me against the walls. That's what my wife now would say. I'm against loneliness. I'm against the unknowns that I might face. I'm against the crowds because everybody's doing the same things what they were doing when they first came from the streets. I'm against all this influence, all these mindsets that think this is the lifestyle that they must live now and come back home the same way. So it's fear, man. It's fear. So you got to have a courage. No matter where you at, in the streets, in the prison, you got to have a courage to stand up for yourself. You attract whatever you present yourself. You know what I'm saying? We can sit here and do this all day. Yeah. One day you're gonna attract that. You're gonna do it to somebody gonna do it to you. If you're a violence man, you're gonna attract violence. And if you have no skills to offer the marketplace, then one day, when you ain't got no money, you're gonna go rob somebody for $20. And then when you rob for that person $20, you might end up killing them. There was a barber shop on Biffle Highway. They robbed a man $20 and killed a man. $20, man. Why? Because that's fear. Fear of how to live in a society where everybody, most people, the mainstreams, at least holds a jobs. You know what I'm saying? You gotta have that courage. The courage will give you a mindset. That mindset will give you a strong will and the disciplines to make a change for your life, man. You know, most of the time people do things out of either ignorance or have some sort of psychological effects that's not balanced. Like, you know, I talk to people that commit murders in the Fed. The one that rehabilitate, he said he wished he had someone just speak to him. But the one that ain't, he had this dark cloud hovering over his head, so he like, man, he's carefree, you know what I'm saying? So you see, it's all started with you, man. You got to answer for yourself, not the next man. People like us, people that are in the streets, people that have go through poverty, people that raised in a single parent's home, immigrants like myself, that we have no basic guidance to 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 live a life in a society where you have to have a skills to earn an income. People like us, we are a small population that are traveling down the wrong roads. We need to have courage to seek, and it will be found. We got to knock, and that door will be open. All the dramas that you hear on the internet, it doesn't matter, come from anybody. Those are just distracting you of your true self. At the end of the day, if the entertainer talk about it, all he want is a little cash in your pocket to buy his products, because he's an entertainer. So I am making money by using my brain, by investing. Then whatever I say is not going to drill you in for my benefits, for an example, right? So you see, so you got to be able to have this discretion when you listen to people on the internet. You know what I'm saying? Beautiful morning. You know, there's a saying that say, the early birds getting the worms. You know, when you have a well night rested, then you can get up in the morning. And sometimes, man, I tell you, your mind have to be stronger than your body, because if you want to make a difference in your lives, your mind have to tell your body to get up out of bed. You know, it take actions. So until next time, do not be fearful. Fear what kept you down here. Fear is what made you indulge in the conversation of gossiping, dramas, and all that, man. All that, nothing but distraction. You know yourself. If you know yourself, then you can identify what you are capable of. You ain't got to prove nobody but yourself. And sometimes it takes economic transformation and self-transformation to prove to folks. And if that's what it takes, then you are on the right journey. Until next time. Appreciate you guys, man, watching my videos. Without the support, the love, I believe the awareness wouldn't be spreaded. Yeah, I'm a second generation of Vietnamese, but at the same time, America is where I was raised. You know what I'm saying? So, to me, this is where I'm at, you know, and if the message can reach just one person, then I know that that one person make a difference for his life, and that would be a blessing. So until next time, peace and love.